Hello, my little munchkins. How are you today? I hope that everything for you, I hope everything this weekend went for you pretty well, because this has really been a rough weekend. There has been some bad news. I feel is bad. One of the things I definitely want to hit on, being a Baltimorean, is Tracy Braxton. Is that her name? Tracy Braxton. I don't want to call it Stacy. I don't want to slip up and say her name. I just feel like she is somebody that we could all identify with. I could identify with her in a way of her struggle. But I want to say something positive, and this is what I want to say. She lived her 50 years, and even though she felt that she was left behind, she got a chance to do everything that the enemy thought that he held from her. If you believe in that thing, that whatever it was, she became a singer. She had a son. She saw her grandson and her son get married. She had on a TV show. She made her music, made the talk. I love her music. She stood up for what she believed. She was just like a bright light that came and shined in our lives, that nobody would think that she would disappear first. Like she would be the last on your mind. But that's the way it goes. She was a flaming light. And as far as I could see, as an outsider and as a Baltimorean myself, she came, she saw, and she slayed. Peace to you, Tracy Braxton. May you rest in heavenly peace. You gave a lot of love, and you gave realness. And most of all, that's what we loved about you. You kept it real. Peace to you. Now, saying that, I would like to move on to another sad story. Oh my God, this is another sad story. Royce Reed. Oh, you know, how can you blame a mother for your son and his anger and in his rage? He takes his rage out. It's so, I don't want to make this seem like this is crazy or odd. I remember seeing a movie like this a long time ago where they had this little kid that would kill his brother, wanted to kill his brother. This is not odd. I believe that this happens all the time. It's just that we're not used to seeing it happen in the black community. Like pedophilia. It's like, I just got to say it the way I feel it. We're the poster child for everything. You know that. Now we're the poster child for this, but I declare unto you, this has been happening. Worse. My heart goes out. It's like it's a little old soul in there, like a little old man from a previous life. You want to know how he know to do these things. Sometimes you just know. Born knowing. Because I believe in different lives. He's a 13-year-old young boy. He a boy. I can't even call him a man. He's just really entering into puberty. It's sad, and I can't imagine the humiliation that the mother and the father must feel. That once was a secret, now it's open. My heart aches for that. And most of all for that little boy. When I think of him, I think of the R. Kellys of the world. At least this little boy have a chance. My heart saddens. This little boy at least get help. And now this is out there forever. Well, that's just a sad story. So I like to also just send my peace to that family. And I send my peace to Royce Reed, because she was on the Basketball Wives and they didn't treat her right. But I liked her, and I thought that she was a breath of fresh air, and I thought that she was relatable. And no matter what, she stood her ground, even when she felt intimidated. I like Lois Reed, and I guess that's why I really wanted to talk on this. And the things that people deal with behind closed doors, my goodness, my goodness. Prayer should go up for her and her family, and also for the Braxtons. Another story that I want to hit on is the Janet Jackson story. I really loved her episode. I loved her documentary. I just often wonder what would make Janet all of a sudden want to start talking about her family when she was so quiet. Is it because I don't believe she needs the money? Is it because she wants to be relevant? Is it because now is the time to speak? Is it because she's trying to get back in with the American people? I don't know. All I know is her documentary was wonderful. I enjoyed it. It was like being with Janet for the first time for me. It was like being with my little cousin or being with my little sister that I was close to. She made herself very relatable. Like I didn't feel like she was above. She just came off like I'm just Janet that just came from a family wealthy, and that's all I know. I like that she made her story feel relatable to me. And I just wanted to touch on that. Now, something lighthearted that I want to touch on, because I am going to be touching on this, and that is Kandi and the Gang. Okay, I'm going to be touching on this I'm going to try to touch on it on Saturdays, because so far, was it boring? Well, I don't do that. I don't think that's fair. You can't tell a story is boring because you need to know the characters. So the first time I'm watching because I really want to get to know the characters. But about Don Juan, whatever his name is, don't forgive me, I'm not good with names, Don Juan. But to see him grow up over the years, I remember he was just just a little guy, and now he's tall and, handsome, and, well, he was never unattractive, but he's tall and present, and I like him. And I would like to get to know the characters of the show. And I will be able to make my true assessment about whether this show is a go or not in about 3 episodes. But I trust Kandi, because Kandi is already asking them, how are you all going to deal with it? See, it's good that they starting off slow. I don't want them to come off fighting. Ease my way into it. Let me get to know the people. Let me get to be able to bond with them. So the way that they're doing it, I think it's wonderful. And for anyone to think that it should be on like pow in your face, it was in my face. It was especially when the girl was getting ready to act like she was getting ready to on screen. And that just, I don't know if she did or she didn't, but they took the camera off. I mean, really. So yeah, you can see that it's going to be some drama. And then the lights go out. Come on. And then a little kid gets sick. There was a lot going on. And I could imagine the horror of how Todd and Kandi must have felt for the lights to go off, and they already under scrutiny with their restaurant, and the light go off. The first thing I would have thought is, oh my God, did what you call it not pay the bill? Did Don Juan forgot to pay the bill? That's what I would have thought. So to come to find out that this was just something that happens and it's random and that their lights go out, I think they need a generator. Hey, look, I live in the country. I have a generator. So I feel as though you have a store, you should have a generator. And I think that they'll get it. So when it comes down to them, I'm curious to see what they're going to bring. I'm wishing them good luck, and I hope they have success. I would love to see another restaurant show on TV about, other than, what was it, the Pink Teacup or whatever. I thought that was good. It was just too much violence. I hope it's not going to be so cutthroat violence. I hope that they could make it where it's just not going to be gouging and fighting and jumping over counters and mothers and effers and all that. I hope it doesn't come to that. But I hope it gives us a good ride. because boy, oh boy, we surely need one for the first of spring. Come on, Candy, give it to us. We're rooting for you. At least I know my daughter and I. We're rooting for the old lady game. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Come on and bring it home. I'm believing in you. So outside of that, hey, is there anything else we need to talk about, chit-chat about, we didn't miss on? Until I'm back to reading my cards, I missed them so much. You know? Anything?
Not that I know of, no.
Okay, so as spring come in, hey, live a little, relax, go out, have some fun, start dating. Whew. Boy, oh boy, we need it. We really, really, really do. Especially here where I am. We had a snow front that come through. We had snow that come through here. So it's melting away. So it's all good. It's just good to know that the weather is getting warm and we get ready to get that spring bug and I'm ready. Hey! So anyway, I thank you. That's just letting you know what's going on and around in my world. And I thank you for listening. Have a good weekend. Peace to you. Thank you, my munchkins. Have a wonderful weekend. Please subscribe. I thank you so much for listening to me. It means a lot to me. Enjoy your weekend. Ciao, my munchkins.